Well, what a beautiful day it is, eh? Look at that sun. I wonder if that's going to get a black spot in there again. Yeah, look. I saw that. Yeah, what a lovely day it is. Beautiful sunshine. And, well, that was exciting this morning, wasn't it? Eh? Watching the old house go under the hammer. 328 grand. I think it's absolutely hilarious. Now let's just speak about this hypothetically, because when you go all the way back, it's got nothing to do with me anyway. It's just words and names on a bit of paper. So yeah, that aside, there's no point going too deep into that one. Let's look at it in their world, in their situation. So just say everything was all above board and that the Bank of Scotland had a right to make an application and a right for a possession, and the possession was all taken, all legally, lawfully, all above board, and that was all done. The bank's duty and obligation is to, excuse me, it's going through the gate. Oh, where's Frisbee? Give me Frisbee. Come on in. The bank's duty and obligation is for any alleged debt that's owing to them, is to market and sell the property to get the maximum amount they can to offset any outstanding arrears, etc. And what they've done is they put it into auction house, or advertised it publicly in auction house, to give the illusion that there's an equal opportunity out in the market, so people could bid for it. And then what they've done is they sold it under the table as a hot property privately. I've been told a few different figures, but if we just say 200 grand, because it's about that. I've been told 160, I've been told 205, I've been told 180, but let's just say 200 grand. So they've sold it under the table to this company for 200 grand, who's then promptly put it straight back into another auction without being the registered proprietor, mind you. So there's no, the registered proprietor of the property is still registered down as Edward Thomas and Anne Nielsen, trustees in bankruptcy for Toe, Pale and Lee. That's still what's on the land registry. So this company that the Bank of Scotland have sold it to under the table have now put it straight into auction to sell it without them even being the named proprietors, registered at land registry. So now we've got to bring it into the money laundering proceeds of crime. So now they've marketed and sold it, and now it's sold for 328. Now, would you say that the Bank of Scotland got clean hands? Would you say it's bad faith? Because to sell the property for 200 grand for a quick sale under the table, knowing full well that the market value has been proven today, even on the situation it is in the auction, it's 330. When the real true market value for the property is about 475, between 450 and 475. But what have they bought? What have they bought? So, I'm just going to park up on my little bench. See if we get a good. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, so they haven't got the maximum amount of money that they should have got for the property for the property to actually pay and offset, because they know that it's they haven't got clean hands. It's been proven in the legal pack, the paperwork from that was advertised on Savills, that they've basically abstained themselves from any legal repercussions. That's Savills and also the seller. I say the seller, what's he sold. So there's no repercussions to come back from them. But I've put them all on notice: the Land Registry, Bank of Scotland, all the lawyers, the sellers, lawyers, the buyer and seller's lawyers, So anyone that has been caught into this and bought this empty shell, I'm not talking about the physical house being an empty shell, I'm talking about the title being an empty shell because it's got no substance to it. I'll assist them in suing them all, because that all parties knew and you have to disclose. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if it's going to be too windy here. I don't know if you can hear me or not. But I'll just give a little breakdown onto the reason why it is an empty shell and why I do put the post up saying about buying a logbook but not getting the car. Because in November 2021, the alleged trustees in bankruptcy disclaimed the property. Now, as soon as they disclaimed it, the freehold goes. The title's still there, the title number, but the title's empty because the freehold estate that the Bank of Scotland had a charge over is now vested with the Crown Estates. So Crown Estates hold the freehold title for the property, and it would only be the Crown Estates that could apply to the Land Registry to get a new title for the property. So what has actually been advertised and sold is just an empty shell, a logbook, no car. So it's going to be interesting because there's applications and notices in with the Land Registry. If they proceed and transfer the title to the new owners that hasn't got anything on it, then that's going to be a bit of a fraudulent move from the Land Registry, because they're well on notice about the unlawful illegal eviction, because you can't sell something that's been obtained by fraud, and fraud unravels all. So it's getting exciting. So all the people saying, I don't know how you hold it together. Listen, it's just a game. It's just a game. It's just Tobe Hayden Lee, Toby Lee Fugglewall caps. They're just a piece on the Monopoly board. You play Monopoly, you go and pick out whether it be the hat, the car, the boot. That's all the name is. That's being moved around the board of the commercial criminal game of life. It's nothing to do with me, but they're trying to make me the liable party for it. And my job on this kingdom realm, is to keep shining a light and expose what's going on, pulling the curtain back, a bit like Wizard of Oz. And until the fat ladies start singing, then we'll keep playing. Have a good day. I'm going to.